The woman who revolutionized the hairbrush. Every time you brush your hair, you're using technology invented by a black woman from Ohio whose name you've probably never heard. Her innovation didn't just change hairbrushes, it influenced vacuum cleaners, toothbrushes, combs, and spawned nearly 360 patents across 3 continents over 125 years. And she did it all while fighting for women's right to vote. This is the story of Lyda D. Newman. The early years. Somewhere around 1885 in Ohio, a girl was born who would revolutionize an everyday object we all take for granted. Lyda D. Newman's exact birth date? Unknown. Her death date? Also unknown. Even her race was recorded inconsistently. Sometimes black, sometimes mulatto, depending on who was filling out the forms. But what we do know is incredible. By the 1890s, Lyda had become a hairdresser in Manhattan's San Juan Hill neighborhood. She listed herself as a hair specialist in New York City directories and federal censuses. Every summer, she traveled to Newport, Rhode Island, where she ran a thriving hair and scalp treatment business for 9 consecutive seasons. A July 1903 newspaper ad shows her confidence. Lyda Newman of New York, hair and scalp specialist, begs to announce that she has arrived for her 9th season in Newport. My original method of magnetic manipulation positively cures nervous exhaustion, shampooing a specialty. She even registered her own trademark in 1894, Vita Cabello, for a hair and scalp preparation she'd been selling since 1892. Lyda Newman wasn't just a hairdresser, she was an entrepreneur, the innovation that changed everything. But in the 1890s, hairbrushes had a massive problem. Once they got dirty with hair, oils, and debris, you couldn't clean them. The bristles were permanently attached. You either kept using a filthy brush or threw it away and bought a new one. Lyda looked at this problem and said, "There's got to be a better way." On July 11, 1898, she filed patent application number 614335. It was granted on November 15, 1898. Here's what she invented. First, she created the first hairbrush with synthetic bristles. Before Lyda, every brush used animal hair, boar's hair, horsehair. Expensive, hard to clean, not great for textured hair. Second, she designed evenly spaced rows of bristles with open slots between them. Air could flow through. Debris could fall through into a recessed compartment in the back. Third, and this was revolutionary, she made the bristle holder removable. There was a button on the brush. Press it, and the entire bristle section popped out. You could wash it, scrub it, clean it thoroughly, then snap it back in. The brush was reusable, affordable, easy to manufacture, and it worked brilliantly on all hair types. In her patent, she wrote, "The object of the invention is to provide a new and improved hairbrush, which is simple and durable in construction, very effective when in use, and arranged to permit of conveniently cleaning the brush whenever desired." Simple, effective, game-changing. If you're enjoying this story about a forgotten black inventor who changed the world, hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe, because we've got so many more stories like this to tell. The suffrage fighter. But Lyda Newman wasn't done making history. In 1915, while running her hair business, she became a vocal activist for women's suffrage. She joined the Women's Suffrage Party and canvassed New York City neighborhoods, knocking on doors, organizing street meetings, educating people about voting rights. The New York Times reported on August 29, 1915, "The Women's Suffrage Party is to open a suffrage headquarters for colored people at 207 West 63rd Street. Miss Lyda Newman is doing excellent work for suffrage among her own people." Lyda opened and ran the Negro Suffrage headquarters in Manhattan. She organized rallies. She gave speeches. She fought for the right to vote at a time when both her race and her gender made that fight twice as hard. On September 2, 1915, the Times reported, "Headquarters for Negro suffragists were opened at 207 West 63rd Street with a big open-air meeting. Miss Lyda D. Newman is in charge and will continue canvassing and organizing street meetings until Election Day." In 1917, women won the right to vote in New York. In 1924, 7 years later, Lyda Newman's name appeared on the voter registration list for New York City's 51st election district. She'd fought for that right, and she exercised it. The legacy we never knew. Now here's where the story gets absolutely wild. Lyda Newman's 1898 hairbrush patent is still being cited today. Not just referenced in history books, actually cited in new patents filed in 2023. We traced her influence. 1954, Marvin Gregory invented a vacuum cleaner brush attachment. He cited Newman's patent. His patent was then cited 15 more times. 1966, Leslie Sawyer invented a toothbrush with a removable head. He cited Newman. His patent was cited 33 times. 2016 to 2017, 4 different hairbrush design patents were filed by manufacturers in the United States, all citing Newman. Those 4 patents were then cited 190 more times. 2018, a Chinese manufacturing company, Ningbo Raffini Import and Export, filed a hairbrush patent citing Newman. That patent was cited 49 times. 2023, an Italian manufacturer, MG Milan SRL, whose business focuses on making brushes designed for easier cleaning, filed a comb patent, still citing Newman. 125 years later, that patent has already been cited 23 times. The math is staggering. Newman's patent was directly cited by 9 patents. Those 9 patents were then cited by 347 more patents. That's 356 total patents influenced by one black woman hairdresser from Ohio over 125 years. Her innovation spread across hairbrushes, combs, toothbrushes, vacuum cleaner attachments. It crossed continents, United States, China, Italy. Companies like Zuna Corporation, Olivia Garden, and international manufacturers are still building on her 1898 design. That's a 35,600% undercount. The woman history forgot. We don't know when Lyda Newman was born. We don't know when she died. There are no known photographs of her. Her story nearly vanished completely. But her innovation? That lived on. Every modern hairbrush with removable parts traces back to her. Every brush with ventilation slots owes her a debt. Every synthetic bristle brush follows her lead. She made hairbrushes affordable for everyone. She made them work for textured hair. She made them last. She turned a disposable item into something durable and reusable. And while she was changing the beauty industry, she was fighting for women's rights, opening suffrage headquarters, organizing voters, and making sure black women's voices were heard. Lyda D. Newman, hairdresser, inventor, suffragist, entrepreneur, 3rd black woman ever to receive a U.S. patent. 125 years later, her innovation is still foundational to the global hairbrush industry. If this story inspired you, hit that like button, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe for more untold stories of black innovation. These inventors changed the world. It's time we change the narrative.